I have returned. After a week-long hiatus, I have returned. You thought that the chill was just gonna stop? You thought we weren't gonna get super chill on a Saturday? No, 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 no. We have come back. What is up, y'all? It's your boy Easy Reg back in the mix, bringing you another hot, fresh, super chill Saturday on a Sunday. So, long story short, I took a week break just because I was just kind of swamped with work and editing and like trying to get everything off the floor. And like last video, the audio was all, the music was all messed up, so I was just like, okay, let me take some time to figure that out. Take some time to get my shit together with work. Sorry, indigestion. And you know, just generally get my shit together, because you know, it's, listen, y'all, what a year these 2 weeks have been, let me tell you. So but yeah, so I just had to take a moment to like kind of, you know, grab my reins and like get, quote unquote, get my shit together. So but we back and in the mix yet again. So today we're gonna do Ascension. It's funny because I played Ascension last night online and I did extremely well. It was me and 3 other people, and granted, you know, these 2 other people were running like massive amounts of gobblegums. Like, I think they were trying to get to high rounds, and we got to like round 43. Like, we were buckled in, and it was really cool. And I wish I could show you the footage. However, if you don't know this already, Black Ops 3 has this huge problem with like disconnecting just in the middle of games. So it disconnected, and so the footage was gone. So, and I'm not making this up. I promise you, this isn't a lie. This isn't like a, oh, I made it to round 175 and the zombies have guns at that round. No. Like, seriously, I made it to that high round and then it just like disconnected, which is always super disappointing. So, but to get into it, here is Ascension. God, it's been years since I played. I mean, it hasn't been years. It hasn't been years since I played this, but like, this is one of those maps that I never really, what did I say? One of those maps that like I'm familiar with in terms of like the DLC, like the original Black Ops DLC content. Like, I played a lot of Ascension. I played more Ascension than like any of the other maps, and so like, you know, it's not like this one has like a soft spot in my heart or anything. It's just more of like, oh yeah, I remember this map. This used to be pretty fun. It's kind of complicated. Also, that shit. Oh, I popped him in the head. So yeah, you gotta watch out for that thing, because if you're standing up near it, it'll just clock you, and that is no good. So, but I guess let's get started with, you know, the chill and the talking and everything like that. I hope every single one of you, especially my US folks, I hope every single one of you is at least doing okay. Except for the Trumpsters. I hope you are not doing okay. Yeah, you know what, I think I'm gonna go ahead and take this time to kind of draw a line in the sand right now. So, for those of you who haven't known, there was pretty much, there were what started off as peaceful protests and then completely delved into a full-scale riot in the U.S. Capitol in Washington, D.C., and it mainly had to do with the results of a recent presidential election, surrounding this idea that the election was rigged, and you know, it's a fraud election and the results are not true. And although, you know, it said that Joseph Biden was supposed to be the projected winner, that isn't true. and all that stuff. I'm gonna go, hold on one second. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this bad boy down, because it's loud in my headphones. But yeah, so, you know, there were a lot of people who, masses of people, like, masses of people who pretty much, stormed the Capitol. And again, I mentioned that it was supposed to start off as a peaceful protest, but, like, wound up pretty much not being so at all. And, shit. And, pretty much chaos ensued. A lot of these civilian protesters broke into, like, government offices, took pictures, like, pretty much made a whole fucking show about it. Like, hey, you know, we broke into this place and that place and everything, and, you know, we stand behind, you know, President Donald Trump, and, you know, the elections are rigged, etc., etc., etc. And, basically it got way out of hand. Like, way out of hand, to a point where, you know, people were, regular civilians were storming the Capitol, and it wasn't like it was exactly hard for them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, unfortunately, I think there was a huge, like, realization, especially about, you know, the difference in race here in the United States, and it came into play very quickly, especially when, you know, these rioters, pretty much came in and, you know, oh shoot, no, that's what I wanted, okay. When these rioters pretty much came in and were like, oh, we're gonna, you know, storm the Capitol because we're not happy about the election results. Whereas, you know, I even told myself, like, when it first happened, like, I hate to pull up this race card, but literally, if you look at it, if any minority group, you know, like, if any minority group based out of color were to do something like this, they would be, like, dealt with this so-called law and order that, you know, the Trumpists, like, cling to. But never follow. But, long story short, they stormed the Capitol. They threatened the lives of many government officials. People came in with zip ties and their own weapons, and it turned out to be, you know, what should have been a peaceful protest and turned into a bloodbath. And so, long story short, a lot of investigations are happening right now to kind of find all of these people. But
now I just need one for my other hand.
Jesus. But long story, you know, it was something that got completely out of hand and wound up pretty much putting like a lot of lives in danger, and all for this idea that, oh, the election's rigged, you know, like, that's not, you know, the election results aren't true, like, it's all rigged, yada yada yada. And that wasn't true at all. Like, the results are the results, you know, there's no part of the election is rigged. Nobody, that's insane, you know. And even further to that point, like, to storm the Capitol and to threaten the lives of people who, just because you don't like election results, is, to put it very bluntly, almost un-American. You know, to say that, you know, I'm going to storm the Capitol and threaten the lives of our government and our people, it's just, it's disgusting behavior. And I don't mean to say all this as if I'm, like, on this, I don't know, a high horse or whatever, but, like, in all seriousness, I you know, it weighed on me, especially, and, I think to continue with that, our president, pretty much didn't really take it seriously. You know, he was like, oh well, you know, keep fighting, keep pushing, keep fighting, but keep it peaceful. You know, even after a point where, you know, peace is not an option anymore. You know, peace never became an option. Like, peace was no longer an option. Hell, I'm almost convinced to say that a lot of those people who showed up to protest never had peace in their mind, you know? And it's just clear with the action, you know, with the action that they took. I don't think they really showed up to be a peaceful protest. I think they showed up to cause as much havoc as possible. And then once everything was kind of said and done, you know, like, they hopped on this whole train of, oh, it's Antifa, like, it's Antifa's fault. We actually came to be, you know, peaceful, and, you know, Antifa should be arrested for what they did, and yada yada yada. And it's like, you still don't get it, you know, like, you are again blaming this odd boogeyman, you know, like, but just stop, you know. So all of this pretty much to say that, to draw that line in the sand, pretty much, if you are a Trumpster and you still support Donald Trump, like, even after everything that has currently happened, to be quite blunt, man, you do not have a home in this channel, and you never will. Now, if you used to be a Trumpster, and after the recent results of this, you know, this pretty much the siege on the U.S. Capitol, and you're kind of like, yeah, I don't really side with Trump anymore, fine, you know. I'm a person who believes in second chances, and, like, people make mistakes and everything like that. Like, look at me. Look at my previous videos in this channel, okay? I've made plenty of mistakes. I've made big, dumb decisions, you know what I mean? But, I am going to be, like, fully blunt and honest. Like, anyone who still supports Donald Trump after, you know, after everything that has happened within our nation, you just don't have a home here.
Need some juice.
It's not about, like, oh, you know, it's not about, you know, me being a stupid fucking lib or whatever. Like, it's about the sitting active president incited violence, and once violence happened within, like, the U.S. Capitol, he sat there on his phone doing absolutely nothing but tweeting this idea of, you know, maintain peace, maintain law and order. There was no law and order. It was gone. So, like, you know what I mean? So it's just like, I've heard enough as a citizen. I was like, I've seen it, you know. I'm good, I guess. So, and look, you can hold on to your beliefs or whatever, and hell, this is a growing channel, so, like, if you're not, oh,
Time to earn some glory.
you know what I mean? So I honestly, like, I don't know. I guess I think of it as, you don't have to stay here, but, like, I'm not going to allow such behavior, especially, like, if you still stand behind that president and everything like that. I'm like, cool, you can do that. You just won't have a home here. So, thanks for listening to my little tirade about how the Capitol riots was fucked, and how I full-heartedly do not support the actions of anybody who showed up to that riot, and quite bluntly never will. So yeah. But, you know, I hope those who were not involved in the riots and do not support Trump in any way, shape, or form, I hope you are hanging in there. I know it's been extremely hard for me myself, solely because it's super fucked up to think about, in the sense of, well, holy shit, you know, that happened in our own nation. Like, especially, like, the whole, oh, like, we're just gonna storm the Capitol and, like, riot and everything like that. And it's like, wait, I mean, like, don't get me wrong, I believe in the idea of protest. I believe in the vocal idea of, like, expressing your opinion and saying, like, hey, this isn't great, you know, like, or, like, fighting against, like, any kinds of tyranny that you feel exist in the U.S. But, like, this wasn't fighting against tyranny. This was just terrorism at its finest, you know? And then to go behind all of that and say, like, no, this was on Antifa, like, we didn't do this, you know, it's not our fault, like, and, like, it is. It is your fault. This is you, like, you know what I mean? So, I don't know, for me, it really struck a chord, and, I don't, you know, it was just something that, like, I vocally kind of thought about, like, especially with this growing channel and everything. I don't entirely have, like, a large base, but I think I did at least want to draw my line in the sand. Okay, did that die? I hope to God so. Just as my own, like, just as my own person, and to hold myself to my own values and be like, all right, I'm drawing my line in the sand right now. So anyway. I've been coping with a lot of music. And also, like, not coping, I guess. It's been a weird time, TBQH. But, you know, I've been trying to kind of just kick back as much as I can, and enjoy life and the little things, and, yeah, you know, I don't know, it's weird. However, I have some really cool updates, at least for this channel. Just, like, after being able to kind of take a break, for, like a week or so, just to kind of sit back, kick back, and think about, like, okay, where do I want this all to go, right? I'm thinking about doing some, like, getting back to a better schedule than what I have right now, because it's kind of like a, well, I have to edit this video, and then, you know, once I edit this video, and that's a trap. No, it's not. I have to, you know, I didn't really have it, like, a set structured schedule. It was kind of like a, well, I'll figure it out as I go, you know? But I think I want to get to a little bit more of a structured schedule, so that way I can really commit myself to, you know, just kind of building and growing in the content of this channel and everything like that. So I think what I'm going to do is kind of set up my schedule. Pretty much what I'm looking at is doing, you know, 2 series at a time. So right now I'm working on what is this game? So right now I'm working on keeping, like, the super chill Saturdays and Sundays. I might keep it like super chill Saturdays or Sundays, to be honest, just because, I don't know. One thing I've kind of discovered, at least with myself, is like editing and formatting videos, just because I'm still kind of learning the process and everything, has been kind of a learning curve for me. So I think I might do, like, super chill Saturdays and Sundays, so I'm not, like, keeping everybody waiting for the most part, especially, like, you know, so, you know, if I say, oh, I'm gonna release a video on Saturday or whatever, and it's Saturday and it's still not out, and you're like, my man lied to us, you know. It's not like a, yeah, I lied to you. It's more just like a, look, I'm lazy sometimes, life is hard, I'm trying my best, yada yada, you know what I mean? So, you know, it's not so much I'm lying, it's more like a lot is happening, and I'm trying to keep up as best as I can. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday/Sunday schedule, where I will release a video for, it's monkeys. Monkey.
Holy undead space monkeys!
Where the hell is Jug? Oh, fuck. Okay. Me screaming and, like, running as fast as I can, trying to get the Jug so they don't take it, because it's round 9 and I do not have the strength. Okay, all right, we here in the clear. Go fuck yourself, monkey. So, for those of you who don't know, the monkeys are absolutely awful. they will try to attach themselves to whatever perks that you have, and they will beat up the machine. And if they beat up the machine, they will then quote unquote steal your perk. So now you don't have like Jug or Quick Revive or whatever the hell you've grabbed. So it's super important to kind of camp around whatever perk that you have, so that way you don't lose that perk. Because if you do, then you have to buy it again. It's a pain in the ass. I hate it. I actually really don't like the monkeys at all. Like, it's not like they're an awful enemy. It's just like they're pain in the ass. You know what I mean? So I think we're gonna try and at least move that box. Yeah, that sounds fun. But anyway, I've been coping with a lot of music throughout, I guess, these unprecedented times, or whatever the hell you want to fucking call them. They're not really unprecedented. They're just like reels fucked up. Which is honestly, it's just, I don't know. It sucks, you know. And I've just been listening to a lot of music. A lot of comforting music, and you know, just generally like a lot of like, you know, music that just quote unquote makes me feel a little bit better. May not be like, you know, greatest of kinds of music or anything. Like, it's just like I really needed to listen to this and just kind of relax, get my mind right. Which I'm gonna advocate to all of y'all. You got to get your mind right. You have to get your mind right. You know, if you got a lot on your mind, dude, or person, you gotta. Yo, there's so much out, like, there's so much in this world that's like, oh, there's so much wrong, you know, yada, 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 but, like, sometimes it doesn't affect you, or not even sometimes it doesn't affect you, but sometimes you just can't control it, so then you gotta get that mind right. You gotta take the time to get that mind right, you know what I mean? So that's what I've been working on, like, just kind of kicking back and trying to focus as much as I can on, you know, not the little stuff, but more of just, like, you know, general stuff that's just on my mind. I'm just kind of relaxing, listening to music. I've been listening to Frank Ocean, obviously. A little bit of Drake, too, which, again, I feel bad every time I do it, but, because Drake's got this really weird, like, creeper thing. I don't know if anybody, and somebody might be able to clear this up, but, like, it was something along the lines of, like, he hit on, like, Millie Bobby Brown, and, like, Millie Bobby Brown's kind of young, like, you know what I mean? And so it was, like, and Drake's, he's not old, right? He's, like, 30-something. But it was just still kind of like, dude, what are you doing? You know, it was kind of like, this isn't a good look for you, you know? So, just listen, honestly, I've been listening to, like, a lot of jazz and lo-fi, and, like, just honestly just kind of kicking back, thinking about myself, like, not thinking about myself or whatever, but just, like, thinking about, like, where I am, and, hell, where this country is, you know what I mean? Just because it's a lot to fucking think about. It really is. I'm gonna go ahead and pack this. And then until I am ready to do that. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I mean, I've been on my own grind, and, like, it's nice. It's nice to kind of be on my own grind and kind of, like, you know, just hop on the horse and do some really cool stuff. So yeah, I don't know. Oh no. I'm also thinking, at least in terms of Super Shield Saturdays, I'm thinking about not just doing zombies anymore, because my girlfriend brought up like a good idea, that I might do, like, some Mario Kart. Because, like, what's more chill than just, like, you know, some time trials of Mario Kart or whatever. Or even just some decent Grand Prix or whatever. Okay, this is 48 dredge. You know, because it's just, I don't know. Like, oh, cool. Great. That's awesome, actually.
First you take my money, now you fly away? Bitch.
Jesus. The commentary in these early games is just so, like, dumb and funny to me. To where I'm like, yeah, that makes sense somehow. Like, that's funny somehow. Alright, let's find out where this box boy is. Where are you, box? Box? You're not. Oh, it teleported and has already landed. I don't even know why I'm like looking at that to make it seem like I know exactly where that is. Oh, but I do see it now. Oh, okay. I think I know where it is. I think. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I know where this is. Do I? Yeah, I do. Thank God. Okay.
Nice, compact, and light.
I think
Not all like me.
What am I looking for? I'm just looking for a new weapon, like, to be honest. I think I'm looking for, like, a new, like, packed weapon or whatever. I'm, like, at a loss for words. Like, because I was going to talk about something, and then, like, it just, like, escaped out of my mind, so. Oh, man, it's just been a long, like, couple of weeks. A lot has happened. My mind has gone blank. I'm trying to do best as can. I'll take the Galil. I'll take that Galil. Oh, fuck. No, I'll kill zombies for the Galil. Yeah. Okay. I feel like that's a clip I can just, like, be like, yeah. It's fine. Sure, I guess I'll take the Annihilator for whatever fucking reason. Why not? Why not? But yeah, no, it's been a it's been a wild ride. I don't know, it's been, you know, it's a nice couple of weeks of reflection and like kicking back. I need to get back into like making more food. So, as probably many of you have gone through right now in quarantine, I am becoming extremely lazy in the sense of, oh, I should probably be making food and like actually, you know, make decent meals for myself and everything. There are times where I'm just like, screw that, I'm just gonna order out because like I'm exhausted, I'm tired. I'm working my job, like, you know what I mean? It's just kind of like I need to, like, and I think I had a friend who summed it up the best. Like, the country's falling apart, my mental health is falling apart, and so if I want, like, a $13 Poke Bowl from wherever, I'm going to get that Poke Bowl, and I dare someone to stop me. Like, that, like, honestly, I was like, that's a fucking mood. You know, so, like, you know, I've kind of been like, I need to order food, or like, I need to make food, and I'm just kind of like, today? No, absolutely not. My mind is like, no. It's just like, no, not today. Ah, fuck, I gotta go guard a perk.
Sounds like we got a monkey on our backs.
I gotta kill monkeys. Don't take that out of context. PETA, I'm not actually planning on killing monkeys. They're just X's and they're just ones and zeros, I swear. Why am I going the long way to get to Jug? I'm gonna lose Jug and then I'm gonna be mad about it. This is ridiculous. I hate this so much. No, God, no. Okay. Jug is safe. Oh shit, I'm not safe though. I love how they beat me to Jug, and I was just like, oh, no. I'm going to take the long way around. Look, if it has not been established before, I am not a smart man. Like, if need be, I will reestablish it. I'm not a smart man. I try my best. I do best can. Sometimes it's really hard. I've completely forgotten where the box is. This map is just... I I think what's hard about this map is that like it requires it to be memorable, but like it is so unmemorable that I'm like I don't know where to go. Oh cool, I guess whatever.
Hey, little girl, I'm coming for you.
That'll work for me. Yeah, that'll work for me. Yes sir. Yes sir. It's you know, it's nice to get back into the grind of this, and just kind of like, I don't know, talk, you know. I feel like I've also made this a lot about me, and I'm trying not to make it much about me, but like, I don't know. How are you all doing? Seriously, like, I want to know, like, you know, how have your necks of the woods been? Like, you know, like, what are your fears? What is going on in your corner of the world? I'm getting surrounded. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm about to pull like a fucking 1v1000 clutch. Don't worry about it. Dude, I'm pro level gamer. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Dude, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm pro. I'm MLG, okay? Like, don't worry about it. Oh, I didn't want to kill that last zombie. That's a shame. Okay. Along with that, I should probably just get speed. I just don't.
This just turns the fun knob up to 11.
Okay, here's the thing. Honestly, I might not get speed. Just because, like, I don't want to deal with the monkeys and then, like, me having to, like, run to another side of the map in order to. Ooh. Wow. Okay. I didn't see that coming. Shocker, right? Shocker that I didn't see, like, getting clapped that hard coming. But that's okay. That is okay. No anger here, just silliness. Hey, but I got to round 15, I guess, which is pretty okay. Oh, jeez, oh, jeez, oh, man. Oh, jeez, oh, jeez, oh, man, oh, jeez. Well, we're hopping back in, because that was fun. I just wish I got, like, a ray gun or something, but, you know, sometimes we get good guns, sometimes we don't get good guns. There's been a lot of change in my life as I'm kind of looking around this apartment. I wound up getting my girlfriend and I got a new lamp because we needed a new lamp in the living room. We wound up getting a new TV stand, so I have my own little gamer setup now. That's much bigger than my old TV stand. I got a new phone, so that was really cool because, you know, as an actor, what if I just don't turn on the power? That would be smart, but like, I kind of want to test that.
Darkness is the domain of the dead. We must keep this place alive. Please, she's coming. The mechanism must be repaired. Who are you?
Who is that voice? I actually never knew that. I actually never knew about that voice, so that's why I was kind of like, I don't know. I was just like blown away by that. Okay, so I played Ascension. Doesn't mean I like really paid attention to Ascension. That rhymed and it wasn't supposed to, but hey, I'm not gonna stop it. That was. Look, man, I don't know if you know this, but I'm a poet. I'm a poet. You know what poet stands for? People overappreciate every time I rhyme. Poet. People overappreciate every time I rhyme. That one actually works. Unlike the other like blithering nonsense that I spit out. But like that's the curse of the streamer. I kind of want. I wish this was a trap. I mean, it is a trap, but like, I wish it was a trap in the sense of you could activate it and then like just whack a bunch of people. I want you all to know that like I am resisting the urge to get either the RK5 or the Shiva, but like I might be able to. If I level up the RK5, I wonder if it'll be better. Because I've gone on the spiel before, and I will go on it again. The RK5 is not a good gun. It's just it's straight up booty. It no good. Like it's a bad 3-round burst weapon, you know, and I wish it was better. And there's nothing wrong with that. And if you say there's something wrong with that, fine. Then I'm wrong, you know. Whatever. Anyway. But yeah, no, sorry. Getting back to my point, instead of like going full dumb brain and like popping off about something that's not really important. Well, it probably doesn't help that I'm shit at aiming this game, or shit at aiming this gun. But it's been like this weird change of like, I don't know, scenery. Just it's this weird season of change, right? Like, for example, I just recently got a new phone, which is super cool. I really like this new phone. And I mainly got it just because I wanted a nicer camera, especially for me being an actor and having to film auditions in the year of COVID-areno. And then, you know, with that, I got a Fitbit. Like, because I guess they were running like a deal where you could get like 6 months of Spotify and I think 6 months of YouTube Premium or something like that. So like, I wound up getting that, which was really cool. I think I need to get out of here. Oh, okay. Oh, see, booty gun.
Take that, you soulless creature!
Booty gun. Ugh.
Should have already fallen on your sword.
Okay, well, but yeah, I got like a new phone. I got a new Fitbit, which makes you feel like a huge douche. But even though it's like kind of cool to use, I'm like, oh, this is really nice. The only downside to it is that it tracks like, it pretty much like tracks a bunch of things, like especially like with your health or, you know, like your fitness. It'll ask you like to stand up and walk, like get up and walk. You need to walk every once in a while, and so like, you know, you have to do that. You know, you kind of have to pay attention to those notifications and everything. But also it can track your stress. And lo and behold, because I am a man who is stressed every time. Oh, this isn't fun. Okay. Well, let's get this. Oh, good, fun, awesome, great. I'm out. I'm fucked. I'm not. Okay. Things are not great right now. Things have gotten a little wild in Caillou's household. Oh man, I almost forgot that show got canceled. Not canceled, I guess. Yeah, I guess canceled. Canceled and canceled. You know what I mean? Oh fuck. God damn, slow down. Yeah, that was a good choice. I'm glad I got rid of the RK5. I'm not glad that I picked up at Argus, but I panicked, and I don't know if there's another gun that I could buy for $9.50 or less. So, but I got a Fitbit that like kind of makes me feel like a douche, which is fine. I got a new computer with a much faster processor, so I should be able to crank out these videos a little bit faster, or at least like make my life a little easier. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Seriously, fingers fucking crossed. Let me fucking tell you. I should have. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and open this just so I can have a little room. Like, was it smart to open that? Probably not. I'm also just, honestly, I know, like, I know what I have to do for this, but I'm also just straight up goofing around. Like, it's not that I'm not taking this seriously, it's just more of like, I'm like, well, what's the worst that could happen? My ones and zeros die, you know, so, but yeah, I got, like, it's a season of change, like, you know, so it's been weird for me solely because, like, I'm a person who holds on to stuff. More or less, I don't want to call myself a hoarder, but, like, you know, for the most part, I am a hoarder. It's very, you know, I just heard that. I guess Confucius is, I don't, great, I'm now psychoanalyzing the fucking, line, you know, fucking lines uttered by Tom Kane, which, you know, thoughts and prayers out to Tom Kane. Like, that didn't happen in the last 2 weeks, but that did fuck me up as well. So if you all don't know, even if the news is probably broken out by now, but if you all don't know, Tom Kane suffered a stroke recently, and it wound up damaging his the speech part of his brain. So like pretty much, you know, he's having very hard time like even speaking. You know, but he's able to kind of get out a couple of words, and that's about it. But like his brain, you know, just his brain suffered like a lot of damage from the stroke. And so, you know, pretty much the doctor had told him and his family, like, you might never, you know, voice act again. Oh shit, really? I can work with this. Oh yeah, no, I can work with this. Yeah, I can work with this. What song have I put on this fucking playlist? You know what, it's fine. I think I put Moon on because we were playing like kind of like a spacey kind of thing. And I was like, I vibe to this. But now I'm just kind of like listening to it and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Oh man. You gotta love my brain. My thought process. But hell, yeah. So yeah, it's been like this weird like season of change for me, and like it's nice to be like, oh yeah, things are changing. Like it's not like awful, you know what I mean? Like sure, it's not great, but it's not like, I don't know, the worst thing to happen. It's more just like, okay, great, things are changing. So it's nice to be able to do that. I'm actually, okay, so I'm trying to backtrack and like finish like 3 separate thoughts instead of just leaving them open. So it's, you know, it's nice to be able to get to, you know, a place of like change. Like I'm in a place where like, because to be quite blunt and honest, I have like this weird relationship with money. Where I don't spend a lot of money just because I'm like, oh, I don't want to, you know, I want to plan for the future and I don't want to be like out of money, especially when I need it. Ugh. Sorry, my indigestion. My body is rebelling against itself, if you can't tell. And honestly, that sometimes just happens, you know. Sometimes the body is like rebel time. But yeah, you know, I'm getting to a better place, especially like just with money in general. And I hope you all are kind of reaching that same spot, especially with like money and stuff, and like actually just kind of building, you know, like a financial relationship and like understanding that like, hey, I can spend money on myself if I need to go buy something. You know what I mean? Like it's not like, oh my god, how dare you buy something. It's like, no, screw it. Like if I want to buy some shit, I want to buy some shit. And especially like if it's something that, it's not so much if it's something that makes me feel good, but it's more of like if it's something that I need, like, or something that I'm gonna use, you know, like it's like, okay, well no, I can do this then. You know, like, okay, sure, I can do this then. It's not that big of a deal. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that then, you know. So I don't know. It's nice to get to that point with myself and kind of like reconnect for the most part. So I hope that has kind of, especially if somebody else is kind of like out there and like, yeah, I struggle with money too. Like, I hope that, you know, you're kind of working to kind of find your own like balance in your life and being like, okay, everything's not off. Like, everything's not awful. It's more just like, okay, I can allow myself to do that. Like, I need another gun that is not either one of these. But like just giving yourself the ability to be like, okay, yeah, no, I don't have to like, I don't know, hound my money and worry about finances. I mean, yes, you have to. Jesus, where the fuck did you come from? All right, fine. Okay, let me open this door. God damn. So I at least have somewhere to fucking go. Baby, baba booey. Okay. Wow. Oh.
That is called a reversal of fortune piece.
Oh yeah, we're fucked. Oh yeah, we're fucked. Oh. I almost did it. Almost. Almost. Okay. So I got 15 minutes. I could do something fun. What's something fun that I want to do? Like something dumb and fun that I kind of just want to like actually sit back, kick it to, and just like, oh, I can do this, whatever. Ooh, a new gun per round. That would be a fun little challenge. I don't know if I want to do it on. Oh shit, really? Oh, cool. Alright, you know what? We're gonna go back to Ascension. It's fine. But I'm gonna try and do like a new gun per round, so that'll be fun. It's been nice. I don't know. I you know, sometimes I struggle to kind of like just come up with like the various topics to like kind of talk about, but like you know, it's been nice to kind of just I really enjoy reflection. Just because it kind of gives you that like peace of mind and that clarity to be like, all right, so this is where I came from last time I did this, so where do I go? You know, like instead of being so like, I don't know, like down in the dumps and like, oh god, everything's awful, yada yada yada. But like in reality, like some things are awful, not everything, but it doesn't mean like everything has to be always awful or whatever, you know. So I don't know.
First objective, turn on power. Second objective, drink, or vice versa. You know what I choose. Please,
Jesus.
I will help you, but only if you get me some vodka.
Sorry, I spaced out in some of the dialogue. I was just like, I think, you know, because I'm playing other series with like dialogue and such, that, you know, it's kind of like, oh well, I gotta listen to that, and you know, I can't interrupt the dialogue. But in reality, like, it's just, this one's kind of like nonsense. Alright, I'm going to make an argument. I used my knife that entire round, so that means for this next round, I cannot use my knife. And for subsequent rounds, I cannot use my knife. That's fair. A new weapon every round. Yeah. Look, I'm fair with that. Cool. All right. As I'm making up these challenges, yeah, you gotta love this my Ohio accent. Sometimes these challenges, God, you know, it's funny. I never really realized this, but I kind of miss Ohio, right? I miss like my family, especially because you know I haven't seen my family in so long, and like my mom and I will like FaceTime or whatever every once in a while, but it's still just kind of like, man, I miss my fucking family. Like I miss like friends. I miss fucking all of it. You know, it's just kind of like, you know, I miss friends. I miss like a like company. You know, like, and that's not to say that like I don't want to be around my girlfriend anymore. It's just more, it's like, you know, there's like, I don't know, this world of people out there that are like I haven't been able to connect with for so long because COVID or Reno. Okay. Jesus Christ. I think that thing spins like harder and harder every time. I want to get more use out of this. Yeah, I want to see if I can get more points out of this, so that way I can get another gun that is not the Shiva. Honestly, I don't know about that. That sounds like a good idea, but I don't know about that. So I had an idea of, thinking to myself like, hey, could I do, you know, are upgraded pack-a-punched weapons different than the regular weapons? And I was like, yes, but I don't know if I really want to go that far. Like, that's a lot. Like, let me figure this out first and see how far and see how skilled I am. You know. Yeah, but I miss friends. I miss like hanging out with people. My girlfriend and I got like different card games that we're just kind of like sitting on right now, and we're just kind of like, we could play these with each other, and it's like, yeah, but no, you know, because it's like, you know, it's just the two of us, so it's not that it wouldn't be as much fun, it's more just like, meh. Yeah. Which is always just a shame. It's kind of like, ah, man, I wish I could do, like, I don't know, something super, super duper fun. Or, like, call up a friend and be like, hey, you want to fucking get out of here or something? You want to beat it or whatever? Like, let's just get out. Let's just do something. Let's go crazy. Go stupid. Yeah. I'm not sure if any of you can hear it. But I am, what I'm positive is a toddler. It's like running around upstairs, and this toddler has been doing this since at least 7 o'clock this morning. And so I'm just kind of like, what are you so excited about? You know, it's funny because, our old apartment, there were multiple reasons why we left our old apartment. But one of the biggest reasons was because, you know, when we started quarantine, the children, there was a family above us that, like, and the kids were just running, like, the entire time. And so, like, because my girlfriend was working at home, she couldn't focus, and she was like, I need you to go upstairs and tell those kids to be quiet. And so I would have to do that every once in a while. And now we're kind of like back in this situation, but my girlfriend goes to work, and then I'm the one who kind of has to stay at home and work from home and listen to children sprint around. Which honestly is not that. I mean, like, I can kind of tune it out, so I'm not really worried about it. Hell yeah. But, you know, it's kind of like one of those, like, oh shit. I don't know. It's one of those things like, man, we did all this to escape that kind of thing, and now we're back. So I don't know. It's funny to me. But we also left for like many other reasons, and
When can I start killing?
by this, yeah. one of the other reasons that we decided to leave, and I don't really care like about sharing this with you because, you know, I don't really give a shit about this fucking realty company. But the place that we lived in had so many fucking issues. But we, you know, it was our first apartment in Chicago, so we were kind of like, screw it, you know, it's fine. It can't be that big of a deal, you know, like we can kind of work through it. And then we realized, and it was like, no, these fucking problems suck. And so we wound up staying there for as long as we can, and like we had to deal with a lot of shit. One we have like jokingly nicknamed as piss ceiling. We had to deal with a backed up toilet multiple times, like to a point where like if it was ever storming, like basically the water would kind of like there would be air bubbles basically within our I guess I think it's an S valve. I don't really know. I'm not a plumber. But like there would be like pretty much bubbles in our toilet, and so whenever it rained really hard, those bubbles would like force their way up through the ground, like or not through the ground, but like through the toilet from the rain. So it would just be, you know, like whenever it really rained hard, I would always be like, I'm super worried and everything. And so like there would be toilet water that would get all over our floors, and then I would panic and be like, oh fuck, now our floors are gonna be damaged or something like that. And like it just blew. It sucked. And then the real one that like broke the camel's back was there was one day where like the plumbing and the water system in I'm pretty sure the entire fucking unit was just busted. But there was one day where I woke up in the morning and pretty much went to the sink, you know, and everything like that, because I think I was going to make breakfast or something. And I noticed that the sink was full of shit. What I am pretty sure is actual fucking fecal matter. And so I kind of looked at all that and I was like, what the fuck happened here? And so I was like, what happened? Like, why is this happening? Yada, yada, yada. So I went into full fucking panic mode, let me tell you. And so, like, you know, I pretty much grabbed an old cup that we had and scooped it, you know, scooped whatever I could into a bucket. And then tried to get in contact with the building and was like, hey, there's shit coming out of my sink. And it wasn't just my sink, it was also like, it was also the our dishwashing machine, which we'd never used. You know, like I think both of us kind of came from families that were like, no, we don't need this shit. And it's true, we didn't need that shit. Are you serious with this no damage shit? Come on. I'll take that. Oh, I failed it. I knifed out of panic. Ooh, hannies. Ooh, hannies. That was scary. Look, I can't confirm or deny whether the knife actually did kill it. So, let's just say that, like, I might have knifed it, but it's not entirely clear if that's what killed it, because I panicked as well. Alright, cool. Oh, man. But yeah, so basically I had to deal with fucking sewage, like, coming out of my sink and out of everywhere, and my girlfriend and I were just kind of like, after, and so pretty much we like walked up, you know, we called the we called the management of the building. We were like, hey, like this is happening. And then they were like, you know, because they had instructed us, like, if you ever have an issue with your building, you know, make sure that you just get, you know, send in a ticket and we'll respond to you as soon as possible. And so I sent in like at least 3 tickets. None of them went answered. And so then I called them and I was like, hey, like I've sent in 3 separate tickets, all of them emergency, and I have not gotten a single answer back. There is sewage coming out of my fucking sink. Like, you know what I mean? So, and they were just kind of like, oh shoot, you know, we're really sorry about that. We won't be able to bring in anybody until like tomorrow. And I was like, there is sewage coming out of my fucking sink. And then finally, you know, we were pretty adamant, like, we can't get anybody out there until tomorrow. And I was like, that's bullshit, dude. I need to go get more ammo. So pretty much I was just like, fine, whatever, like, fuck that. But so pretty much somebody showed up the next day, you know, they came in and fixed it. And but like, I was so pissed that I kind of just looked at my girlfriend and I was like, I'm sorry I've kept you in this shithole for like so long. I think it's time to move, you know. And so we did. So we wound up looking for a new spot and everything like that. And after that, we just started apartment hunting. We found an apartment that we're in right now. And then we sent an email pretty much with like a letter with a notice to vacate. And we were like, all right, we're getting out of here. And the realty company was like, we're really sorry to hear that. You know, we'll credit, you know, this much fucking off your rent, you know, if you decide to stay. And I think we were all just kind of like, and I think the both of us were just kind of like, no, fuck that. Like, it's not about, like, I don't think you entirely get it. We don't want to stay, you know, like, whatever, you know, whatever, like, promise that you feel like can kind of fix this is not going to fix it. Like, the damage is done, you know? So I was just like, fuck that. So, yeah, so we just kind of like, you know, put our foot down and we're like, yeah, this is it, dude. Like, you know, as much as we want to say, like, hey, you know, we want to give you another shot. Like, I was like, no, you guys fucked up, like, big time. And it's not just like one fuck, oh, this is bad. Shoot if I can. Yeah, that was good. Is there a hole? There's not a hole. Shit. I thought there was a hole there. I'm so upset. It's fine though. I mean, it's about that time, TM. So yeah, look, we were just kind of like, all right, I'm out. We're out. And I haven't even like mentioned the fact of piss ceiling. Like, there was a situation where, again, the plumbing in that building was just piss awful. No pun intended. And in our ceiling, there were like, in our bathroom ceiling, there were light fixtures and such like that, like right over the toilet. And so there would be certain times where, you know, it would be like completely unprecedented. We didn't know what the hell was happening, and where like there would be leaks through our ceiling of what we're pretty sure was piss landing on the back of our toilet. And pretty much like on the back of our toilet, all over our toilet. And so we brought that up numerous times. I cannot stress this enough. Numerous times to the building. They never came in to fix it. Ever. Not once. What the hell? Oh, did I actually dismiss it? Okay, I see what's going on. And I brought it up like numerous times to the building. Not once did they handle it. So it was just kind of like, all right, screw this. Like, enough is enough. Especially if you're living in like a really shitty, like, a really shitty living situation. It's just, sometimes you have to kind of put your foot down, because these companies will not put their foot down for you. They'll, like, you have to put your foot down. And so we were like, all right, we're out. Oh, I don't think I ever finished like my story of how they tried to remedy it. Like they pretty much said something along the lines like, "We're sorry to hear this. You know, we'd love to keep you. Like we'll prorate like half of your rent, yada yada yada. You know, so that way." Like half of your monthly rent, not like, oh yeah, we'll give you, you know, rent for, I don't know, 2 fucking months or whatever. No, they were like, oh, we'll give you half your rent, you know, for this. I'm like, the damage is already fucking done. Just flip this goddamn thing on some other poor sap and, you know, go wait until they get in your fucking DMs about like, hey, this apartment fucking sucks, you know. So I was just kind of, I you know, it was a lot. That old apartment was a lot, but I'm glad that we moved and we were able to kind of just like get the fuck out, you know, like that's super important. So yeah, that's the story about my old living situations and how they were piss, no pun intended. That's it for this week, y'all. Thanks for joining me on this ride of super chilleth Saturday. But yeah, so what my plan is, and just, you know, I'm kind of just rehashing some shit from this episode. Long story short, if you are still a Trump supporter and you believe that what happened in the Capitol riots was absolutely necessary and okay, and you stand behind what happened in the Capitol riots, you have no home here. You have no home here, and I strongly encourage you to find some other fucking home. Second, if I'm working on a new schedule, probably gonna post like Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays or Sundays, because I just need more structure in my life. But it may be a while until I get back to posting on Tuesdays and Thursdays, just because I want to build up a catalog, so that way, like, you know, I have something and just kind of like slam on the internet, and like, you know, that is there instead of me being like, oh, I need to scramble to edit and everything like that. So be on the lookout for that. I'll give more updates as to when that happens, but yeah, and change is good. Change is good. Change is also very hard, especially just because it's like, oh god, you know, I have to change, and like I'm afraid as to how change will look, but take that risk. Also, don't deal with like shitty landlords shit. So like if some landlord is taking advantage of you, like tell them to go fuck himself, you know what I mean? Tell them to go fuck themselves, because, you know, women and non-binary people can also be shitty landlords. Send tweet. But like, you do not have to stand up for that kind of stuff, and if you don't want to stand up for that kind of stuff, you don't have to. Don't. So those are my little notes for you. Have a great week. Have a hopefully better week. For those of my US people who are in the DC/any state capital area, please stay safe. If you are in those areas, there's a lot of protests that are supposedly going to be happening either today or within the coming days, specifically around inauguration. Please be safe. Please protect yourself, and if it's dangerous, lock your fucking door. Stay at home. Do not deal with that shit. And if need be, this is the only time I would ever say, like, break quarantine. If you do not feel safe in your own apartment or home, and you need, like, someone to feel safe with, that's the only time. This is the only time I would be like, yeah, alright. Like, see if you have a friend or a family member that's fully comfortable with that kind of stuff, and be like, hey, shit's kind of fucked. I need somebody to stay with for a little bit, just to kind of like make sure that I'm okay and that I'm safe. Do it. But ask that person permission first, because they might not be cool with it and everything like that, because COVID is still a real thing. It's still pretty dangerous, but shit's fucked. Is the best way to put that. Like, shit's fucked. So I would just, you know, try to make sure that you're taking care of yourself, and also keeping in mind anybody else who is around you. So thanks for coming on this trip with me. It is your boy Easy Reg on the Easy Show, WEZY, channel 69.1. Oh yeah, nice. Anyway, coming up with cheesy shit. Anyway, I really should just end this episode. Thanks for coming up on this ride with me. Once again, it's your boy East Reg back in the MIXXX, so make sure you have those browsers on incognito mode, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.